Hello everyone, this is Scotty Waring of UFO Sightings News. I found something really extraordinary, huge, and it's coming out of the sun at a speed that's uncomparable, unimaginable, okay? It's going so fast, it's only been caught in this one photograph. How can something leave the surface of the sun and disappear from our solar system in a blink of an eye? That's how fast it's moving. If light speed's supposed to be impossible, as NASA says, how the hell did this thing move out of there and disappear so fast? Now this is big. This is really, really big. I just recorded this. I just got this photo the other day, and it is huge. I found it when I was looking at Soho NASA photographs. Now let's look at the original. This is the original, okay, right here. And if I make it smaller, you can see the full size with the sighting of the sources, original down here, the date here. Let's make it a little bit bigger so you can still see the date right there. It was taken on September 30th at 1:06 a.m. Okay, and you see right here, this little tiny thing here, that's the object we're looking at. That's a glowing object. If you want to see that really fast, just jump to the end of the video. You'll see it really fast. But right now, I want to show you something. Let's do a size comparison chart. This is from a site that I saw that was very scientific. It was noted in science, and here it is, right here. Let's do a size comparison. Okay, that planet right there, that sun, sorry, is a little bit small, isn't it? Let's make it a little bit bigger, right there. Okay, that's almost the same size, right? Okay, this looks a little bit bigger than this, but that's okay. Now, if we look at this, you see Jupiter, and you see Earth. Earth is that little tiny dot right there. The diameter of the sun is about 109 times the diameter of Earth. So that diameter means across right here in this area. And it would take 109 of these little Earths to go from one side to the other. Now that's about the same size as this dot here. This dot, the same. The only difference is this dot is burning fire of something coming out of the sun, maybe a UFO, maybe a super big energy burst from the sun, but I don't know. But look at this. It's the same size. Imagine the sun being turned at the exact right angle and the Earth in its trajectory. This little ball would wipe us out. Now let's zoom in on this little ball. It's kind of extraordinary. It shouldn't be there. It just doesn't belong. And you see a big burning trail of the surface of the moon right behind it. I say moon. I'm sorry. Surface of the sun. And here it is. Okay. And wow. That is really amazing, isn't it? You see this trail, almost like an exhaust from some kind of ship. But I don't think it's an exhaust. I think it's just the object moves so fast from the sun that it is pulling a lot of the sun's material out with it. And I don't believe it to be part of the sun. I believe it to be a giant UFO that harvests something from the sun and then shot off. Okay, can't really see it very well right there. Let's go to another photo that's a little bit more clear. I made a close-up of it right over here. Okay, there it is. And let's zoom in a little bit. That's much more clear. Kind of cool. We can see that there is right angles on this ship, and there is an excess of material riding behind it. So since it's on this side and not in the center down here, it looks like this object is shooting from this direction to here. Okay, going this direction to here. If I had to make a line, let's make a line. I would say that this object was following a path similar to something like that. Let's go out, and so you can see the path. Okay, that's the direction it was following. That's the direction it was going. Just kind of crazy, super, super cool. Not sure why it did that. Actually, a little bit more tilted would be more correct, I believe. What do you think? Okay. And I'm just going to keep that there, and I'll put it on the website so you guys can see that. But it does look like it's coming from that direction and is going over not directly out. So that does look to me like it is a UFO. Now here's the closest image I can get, as focused as I can get. If I make it any larger, we really lose it. Oh my God. Okay, this is it. This is it. If I try to bring down a color enhancement tool here, which just comes with your Mac, ooh, too much. What we want to do is bring in more contrast to make those corners sharper. Can't do it. Can't do it. Okay, reset that. Let's get out of this. I'm going to bring up a tool right here. As you see, I was already doing it earlier because damn, it's just fun. Let's check this out and let's try to hit negative. Now negative will show us the object because it's so bright. It's so bright and whitish yellow, mostly white, and we want to get rid of that. There it is. Now we can see the darkness, the dark areas, that there is a lot of right angles here, and the exhaust, or well, not, I shouldn't say exhaust, I should say material flying behind it right here. Now there is a question about this material though. Is this material following this UFO because it's accelerating so fast out of the sun it doesn't want to get caught once it's out of the sun by humans? Or is this UFO sitting there for a few minutes sucking material out of our sun? And if so, that should be extreme concern to us. And if it's coming out of our sun at extreme speed, that should be extreme concern to us. This object is equal to the size of the Earth. It can easily cause some kind of disruption that would cause a solar explosion in the direction of the Earth, wiping us out. Now remember, this is the size of Earth itself. It is. So something this big would be kind of terrorizing. It would be terrifying, sorry. And there it is. We'll put it over there so you can see it. Compare with the size of Earth. This explosion, if it came in our direction, it would annihilate us if it was an explosion. It doesn't look like that though. The angles, let me put, here's one rectangle. Here's another rectangle. Now the ship looks like it's made with different right angles. I believe there's another one here. It's hiding under this part, but you can see the side pretty good. And there's another rectangle right here. It seems almost oval shape, but made with right angles. So that's something that's unusual because this is really focused. You see no pixelization at all. You see the material over here. You see some whiffs of the material clinging to it still as it moves out. There is no pixelization at all here. So what we see here is not pixelization. It is the actual shape of the UFO that left. Okay, let's come back here, show you the different comparisons with the size, and think about this. I will put the date right there so you can see it. It's from September 30th at 1:06 a.m. leaving from our sun, and it is moving at extraordinary speed. I'm talking faster than light speed because it has not been caught on any other camera that I can see. And there is over 50 different sun filter cameras at NASA Soho Labs. You can Google that and you can find all those if you want, but I'm not going to spend years and days going through that thing. I have spent many weeks going through those cameras, and they are extraordinary. It is very time consuming and very interesting, and there's a few extraordinarily beautiful ones that you should look at. I will definitely show you those a little bit later. Okay, this is Scott C. Waring, UFOSightsDaily.com. I got a UFO here the size of Earth coming out of our sun on September. That's right. Let's make this smaller so you can see the date down here. September 30th at 1:06 a.m. What do you think of that? Tell us in comments. Do you think this is part of the sun? Do you think this is aliens stealing surface material of our sun for some energy consumption reasons, or used as weapons to wipe out some planet if you drop this energy right into their atmosphere, totally burning up their oxygen supply? What do you think they're doing with this? Why do you think this giant UFO is coming out of the sun? And do you think our sun is real or not. Do you think it's hollow? A Dyson sphere? All right. See you later.